Got Vlad and J-Fig here. Leroy's out today, taking the long weekend. We will all be back on Tuesday. So looking forward to that. Getting some cat talk here brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of your Stanley Cup final bound. Florida Panthers. Oh, goosies. So they're already here, man. Cats took care of their business. Brooms are out. Vlad's going to the Stanley Cup final. He's got to be excited about that. I did get the Goosies. I was looking through their little slideshow they put on of like all the South Florida sports celebs that came through. And you got Dan Marino with McCochin. And this one was cool. You got Cedric Wilson, Mark Ingram, Raheem Mostert, with former UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman was at the game.
It was that game 4?
Yeah. I think so.
There's a lot of celebs.
You had Goosies galore when you saw Coach banging the drum.
Yeah, that was cool. He's a showman.
Oh, he is a showman. He knows how to ham it up.
He knows how to ham it up. He's living it up. He is loving life as the Dolphins head coach. You know, a lot of people looked miserable with this. Like, you know, Philbin. I couldn't ever picture Philbin doing that. You know, barely figured he knew what a drum was. Adam Gase, I don't know. Would Adam Gase do that? I don't think so. You know, because at one point everybody was like, Adam Gase is going to be boy wonder. You know, and then he started to throw Jay Cutler down our throat. I saw it a mile away when he said Jay Ajayi was when he thought that Arian Foster was better than Jay Ajayi. But that's another story for another day. Done that show 100 times. Koepka was obviously there. Friend of the show, Xander Zayas was there in the luxury box. He's coming up. I think he's fighting in June.
I don't know if Jeremy Piven was there, Steve, but he was definitely at the Heat game.
Durham Smythe was there. I like that cat's portrait behind there. Look at that. Fancy cats.
I'm not gonna lie to you. A little part of me wanted to take a picture with the Eastern Conference trophy.
You should have, dude.
Nah.
Take a selfie.
Nah, I didn't want to jinx it. I'll take it with love.
They don't believe in jinxes.
Tkachuk I know they don't. He said
Tkachuk said it.
Like, you know
he
what?
Doesn't believe in jinxes.
He
doesn't believe in jinxes, and Spo doesn't believe in momentum.
No, but we believe in your mush to Bob. That's one thing we do.
Yeah, but I don't.
Well, like Leroy says, the mush never believes that they're the mush. That's what makes them the mush.
Silly Sauce says, isn't Zayas like a New York fan or something? Yeah, he told us he was a Bills fan. I was like, why? He also told me he's a Lakers fan because he likes Kobe. I'm like, you were 2 when Kobe played. And I'm trying to figure that out. But, you know, you try and lead the youth in the right way. I just know he's going to be champion of the world one day. I know he's going to be the kid is turning into a monster. I know that, but he is a Broward kid. So I do think that maybe the Panthers stay close to his heart. I don't know if he has a hockey team. We'll get him on. We'll ask him. I'll see what he's got. I think he's fighting. Is it next week? It's either next week or the week after. I forget. He has a fight coming up. So maybe we'll get him on and figure that on out.
I'm shocked there's no fight this weekend, Tobin.
No fights, dude. I was looking at that too because I got the show tomorrow night. And I'm trying to figure out like what are we gonna talk about? Like we gotta like what are we talking about in this? I guess we'll look forward to the cards the next week. But yeah, I gotta go got that tomorrow night along with covering the Heat game. So it's a busy night for old Tobes. Busy night. But tune in, tapped out on the BetQL network. Cap for Life says, Tobin, please don't go near Sawgrass, bro. Go to the Heat Arena instead. Good juju. Look, I've had a very good Heat record. I'm not going to hear that my jinxes are bleeding into the Heat. My Heat record is pristine. Okay? And I wouldn't jinx the Panthers either, even if I were to go to a Stanley Cup final game. I'm not going to, but if I wanted to. We've established this is only a Bob jinx, which I don't agree with. I'm not happy with, but I'm going to abide by what you guys want unless I don't feel like it. If I want to interview him next week and if I get the opportunity, what am I supposed to do? What if that happens? I got all this time off, J-Fig, and if they come to me and they say, Bob wants on the show, I'm supposed to say no? I'm a jinxie jinx? I'm a mush?
That's exactly what you say.
I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to tell him, better get your ass on the show. I think that's what I'm going to tell him.
And what if we tell you that
in those exact words?
Well, if you told me the butcher was going to come after me, I'd be very scared.
Okay.
Ooh.
I got you, J-Fig. Come on. I know what to do.
He is very scary.
Oh my God.
Very scary.
Dude, you know where you're scary? When your beard.
Yep.
Your beard. Like, I know the beard is supposed to be imposing, but his beard looks imposing.
Yeah, it does.
I love it. He should never shave it off.
It's one of these things, though, man. This Matthew Tkachuk, if he's able to finish this off, I mean, what the hell? Like this kind of a first impression. Like, what kind of a star maker is this for this kid?
What do you mean? This is like equivalent of Jimmy.
It's why, yeah, but it's like, you know what's crazy about it? It is like Jimmy.
That first year when he went, that wasn't Jimmy's first year to bubble.
Yes, but Jimmy was kind of already in like, it's not that Tkachuk knew he was an established star, but it's like he's got a real chance to captivate this market to be like the first. I don't know if I want to say the first Panther star. Yeah, like the first Panthers superstar to really captivate. Like, yeah, we had Pavel Bure, we had Bobby Lou,
Yarmir.
You know, but there's something to have it. Yeah, but Yarmir's on the other end. He was 100 years old.
Still was scoring though.
I get it, but like, there's something about this that could be really, really special for Matthew Tkachuk, and especially the way that he is so captivating as a personality. That's what he's got in his hand. Like when Jimmy came here, like, yeah, Jimmy came here, and I do think that. I honestly think that this has been the year where Heat fans have appreciated Jimmy more than any year. Like, just based on like crowd reaction, the pops that he gets, the MVP chance. I feel like the Jimmy thing, the appreciation for him, it's almost taken to this point. I think it really hit after the 47-pointer, but then I think it also hit like another crescendo after he had the 56 against Milwaukee. I've just noticed that at the games, he gets like these crazed responses. So I feel like it was almost a slow burn on Jimmy.
But also Jimmy's his actions, his personality has come out more so in this year, to me, to the way the crowd is, the fans have accepted, like they're one. Like, but there's a love affair between the South Florida Miami Heat fan base and Jimmy that's strong right now.
Trevor says bigger than Nathan Horton. Yes, bigger than Horton, bigger than David Booth, you know, bigger than those guys. I feel like he's got a chance.
But also understand what he's done this year.
It's just like, dude, saying the thing like, remember this room in Boston, and then they come in all the way back. Like, that's stuff that's going to be of lore. You win three game winners in an Eastern Conference Finals. This is crazy what he's doing.
And add the fact that he was the face of the All-Star weekend.
Yep.
And he won
great ambassador.
He won the All-Star game MVP. So anything that's happened in South Florida hockey, he's been a part of it. And he's led this charge. Led this team along with Bob to the Stanley Cup final. So yeah, this is going to be an impressive first year with an organization.
They just feel right now, they feel invincible. It's crazy. You like the coming back from Boston, they didn't play with their food, even though every one of these games was super tight. That's where their comfort level is, you know, which is, you know, the parallels between them and the Heat. Like the Heat, they kind of like living in that uncomfortability too. And I do feel like maybe there was some slippage here the last couple of days and not, and thinking they had Boston down bad, and so they got to come up with some adjustments on it. But man, that if this kid is able to finish the deal with what he's been on, I mean, I don't know, like, because that's forever. Like, you think about how many more years they got in front of him. You know, how many more things are going to tighten up around him? How many more things? How many people are going to want to come play with him?
And here's the crazy thing, you know, him and Barkey are just getting started.
Yeah, and it was honestly one of these things that I found interesting from the start when he like introduced, like he knew that, you know, Barkov was excellent, but he's like, I'm going to lead in a different style, which he does. You know, Barkov's just kind of that glue for everything, and this guy chewing that raggedy ass mouth guard and being a pain in the ass for everybody, it's got something else. So this is really just a wild thing.
I think it's not only is it wild, I think it's just eerie how the superstars of these franchises are very similar. Jimmy and Matthew are very similar.
Yeah.
Like irritants, great players, but they can get on your nerve at times. But when they get on, when they're putting on, it is something to behold. Like that guy was unbelievable on what was it, Wednesday? Yeah, it would have been Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday.
It's all a haze right now.
It was crazy. Like,
that's going to be something though, Vlad, like being in the locker room for a Stanley Cup celebration. If that happens, that's what, because I feel like hockey players can party.
They can drink,
you know?
Oh my God. If somebody,
I'm sure they can definitely
imagine
drink.
a champion Butcher. Imagine a champion Ryan Lomberg.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the butcher yelling with the beard, holding the trophy above his head?
I mean, they're gonna go to Rainforest Cafe after winning this title,
What?
and they're gonna shut that place down.
Come on, man.
What?
Yeah.
They're better. Come on, man.
Or what else? What else do they got around the Sawgrass?
Let them hit.
They're gonna go all the way to Las Olas.
Come on, what's in Sawgrass? Are you kidding me?
I don't know. They're like
That's nothing.
There's a PF Chang's.
You do know by the time they get out, it'll be like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
They want to find some place
Are
close.
they gonna go to Chili's?
I think, isn't there a Texas Day Brazil over there? More meats. I am a champion. Celebrate. You got the swords coming in there. They serve the swords with the Stanley Cup.
Would you drink something out of the Stanley Cup if offered?
Yeah, absolutely. That's like a sports bucket list, of course. Schmeathan says Bobrovsky's going to celebrate at Grand Lux Cafe. I've never been to a Grand Lux. Is it just like Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah, I think
Same
so.
as these?
Yeah.
J-Fig, ever been to a Grand Lux?
I've never heard of it, to be honest.
Trevor's saying there's a
By
yard
my
house.
area, I know.
Yard house would be a good place to party.
Yard house.
I feel like the Tkachuks would like a yard house.
No.
Why they look like a Yardbird
They look
type
like they enjoy.
type of crowd.
I feel like Keith Tkachuk looks like he enjoys a yard house. He looks like he'd enjoy drinking a brewski out of a.
Nah, more like
giant...
a Flanagan's.
Oh, wow! If you go to a Flanagan's after winning a championship, now that's South Florida.
You got to take home one of those green cups. Too.
The two most famous cups will be there: the Stanley Cup and the Flanagan's Green Cup. That's how you celebrate a championship. So exciting.
You know what's gonna happen.
So much time off.
You know what's gonna happen.
What's Saturday?
They're gonna win in Vegas and have the time of their lives.
Oh man, that would be amazing. Winning in Vegas would be that place. The place that should be that place would be an unbelievable party. Stunt Steve says the Flanagans did just open by the arenas.
See, I was right.
You are right, J-Fig.
On brand.
Flannies. That's where they gotta go.
We'll meet them there.
Point for J-Fig.
Gustav Forsling going over to Flanagan's, getting some wings,
Anthony
some of those
Duclair.
curly fries. Oh,
Dookie.
Man.
What's the little egg rolls that people love?
I don't know.
What are those things called?
Let's just call them
The
little
pork
egg rolls that
ones,
people
right?
love.
I know what you're referring to, but I don't know what they're called. I know at Renegades in West Palm.
The rib rolls. Rib rolls.
Rib rolls. Yeah, Leroy made some rib rolls for the Super Bowl. That bleep was good.
He can cook.
This Leroy Super Bowl party, I mean, he serves some good food.
So good.
Silly sauce says Paul Maurice dancing on tables with his shirt off.
Oh my God.
Not on tables, on bar tops.
Oh
Get
man.
that correct.
The
Picture
visual
that.
just now had me.
Picture that.
Could you see Paul Maurice just letting loose right now?
Trevor wants to party with Nick Cousins. All the Panthers. This is gonna be something, dude. Excited. It's a lot of time off though. I don't know what to do. Till Saturday?
No. Wednesday.
What do you mean Wednesday?
Okay, so if I believe if the Knights win tomorrow, they'll start the Stanley Cup on Wednesday, May 31st.
Oh, so they're moving it up? Because I thought it was June 3rd.
Right. It was supposed to be June 3rd, but because both teams were 3-0, they were thinking of moving. They would move it up. But I believe if they lose tomorrow, then everything will be Saturday, June 3rd. Because they understand themselves that is a tremendous amount of time off.
That is a lot of time off. A lot of time off. All right. Cool.
So we're hoping the Golden Knights win tomorrow so that
we can get this going.
We can get this going.
Get this going. All right. Because then we get a Wednesday, and then it still wouldn't conflict because NBA Finals will be Thursday.
Well, you'll never have a NBA Stanley Cup game.
TNT and ESPN the same?
Yeah, no, it's TNT. And NHL will be TNT.
Man. I like that TNT crew. Way better than the ESPN crew.
Everybody loves the TNT crew.
They do it. There's something about it. They do it right when it comes to broadcasting the games.
They get
really
the
do.
right players, too, that can beat themselves. Like Gretzky the other night was great. Like the quadruple overtime game when he was frustrated like everybody else.